Hi, my name is Rachel Zeskind, and you are watching Actor to Actor for LookToTheStars.org. Hey Nate, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I really appreciate you giving up your time today because I know you're really busy, especially right now. Yeah. So I appreciate it very much.
It's my pleasure. We're all busy. We're all doing something.
Yes.
So it's definitely a pleasure to be here.
So let me ask you, I know that you just finished up a film in Charlotte, Carolina?
Yeah, Charlotte, North Carolina.
Okay.
It was called Blood and Sign My Name. It's based on a book. Screenplay was by Jeb Stewart. So I'm really excited about it. It probably won't come out until sometime next year. So yeah, I just finished that. So just, unemployed, looking for another job.
Now wait, you have another job lined up though, right? You are.
I do. I haven't signed the paperwork yet. It's not real until you can touch it.
Okay.
So don't want to count that chicken, but if everything goes well, I'll be going overseas mid-August. So, yeah.
Okay. So we can't talk about that one yet?
Can't talk about that one yet. Not until it's real.
Okay. All right. All right, so we'll leave that one alone then.
Okay.
Okay. Now, I know that you and I have talked on prior occasions about things that you're passionate about. I know that you've said that children are your heart. And I'd really love to hear more about that.
Well, yeah. Well, I come from a tough place, where things aren't necessarily, can't be really categorized as equal opportunity situations, So where I come from, it's, from Norfolk, Virginia. And I had tough growing up a lot of times. And I was blessed enough to make it out, whether it be through sports or mostly mentorships. I look back on my family, and I had uncles and I had coaches, people that dedicated their time to me and were very instrumental in my development as a young man, whether it be in sports, whether it be just in life. So as I grew older, I started to understand that no one has made it to where they are without the help of someone. So I just decided to try to apply myself and to kind of give what I consider to be my most precious asset is my time to causes that will, kind of change the lives or potentially change the lives of people that grew up like I did. So I work a lot, specifically in the inner city. So, I coach, I wrestled in college, so I coach, kids wrestling. I have a team of 7, 8, and 9-year-olds, and I'm assistant at the high school team in Rosemead. So those are the things that I try to get involved with as far as, really instilling discipline through sports and work ethic and sacrifice, things that people can take with these kids as they grow up. They can apply these same life lessons that they're learning through sports to their lives. And outside of that, I work with a program called Peace for Kids, which is a mentorship program, and that's based out of Compton. And what we do is it provides after-school program meals throughout the whole summer and after school for kids that are primarily in foster care and don't really have that family structure around them or that leadership structure. So that's one of the major things that I do. And I'm also working with a college called Wiley College, which a film I did was based on, and we've developed a program called 100 Men of Excellence, and we have committed ourselves to gaining corporate financing to putting 100 men of color in college every year for as long as we can do it. So I'm actually going to the NAACP convention this weekend, and I'm going to be very vocal about that, trying to get people to help so we can kind of really start at the root, the mentorships of changing and combating some of the statistics of our community.
So, can I back up just a little bit here? And I just want to, because a lot of people are gonna watch this and say like, well, what kind of background did he come from that was kind of tough? If you don't mind talking about just whatever you feel comfortable sharing.
Well, single parent household. Right. It's me. I have 4 younger sisters. For some of that time I had a stepfather around. And if you know any of the statistics about the inner city, then you know that there are things that we can do that could be more effective in changing the statistics. 5 out of 10 inner city kids, whether it be black or Latino, drop out of high school. That's 50%, and they're dropping out for a reason. Someone that's really close to me told me a long time ago. He said success and failure is a reflection of leadership. So you have these kids dropping out. If you look at the crime rates, or if you look at the prison industrial complex and how that's devised and the revolving door, how people are coming out and coming back in, how now they just released a statistic that says 1 out of 3 newborns born in the inner city will spend time in prison.
Wow.
You know, so it's like we're putting statistics on our youth that aren't even, you know, basically born. You know, they're just out of the womb, and we're saying, okay, 1 in 3 of you will be in prison. You know, I think that reflects on us. You know, we can't say that. You know, I've talked to people that say, well, some of these kids don't want to be taught, some of these kids don't want to succeed. I don't believe that. I believe that it is up to us to inspire them, whether it be through, you know, being a teacher, or being a coach, or just being the guy next door that asks where he's going every time he leaves the house. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. So you had some of these types of people that really you feel changed the course of your future.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, you know, I can remember my first football coach, you know, when I was a kid, you know, Mr. Austin in Norfolk, Virginia. And then I can remember, you know, Mr. Burnham, who I never even took a class with, but he kept me out of trouble. Like, you know, if he saw me in the hall without a pass, he'd bring me in and give me a pass or whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
okay.
Oh, these are people that saw something and stepped outside of the box. You know, I believe that oftentimes society tells us to do the best we can for us. You know, we're definitely a me society. We're very selfish to a certain extent, and we want to deal with our own issues, and we're not always interested in stepping out into someone else's path. You know, in fear of what people might say, in fear of not being successful, in fear of them not being receptive. But, you know, I'm not one of those people. And the people that worked in my life as a kid weren't those type of people. You know, a lot of times there are people that I didn't let in for a long time. You know, and you know, because when you're young and you don't have a father around, when people come into your life, you kind of have to analyze them, look them up and down, and say, why are you here? You know, what are you going to do for me, or what do you want to do to me? You know what I mean? Are you here for good things, or are you here, you know, to bring me down this bad path that I don't want to go on? You know, or, you know, like my uncle was like my father. So many times he was like, okay, you know, don't go over here, don't mess with these people. Or he would see me with someone, don't hang out with him. And I gained so much respect for him because he, no matter where he was and what he was doing, made himself, you know, a figurehead in my life. You know? So it's not like I could have said no. I didn't really have much of an option. But I look back and I'm like, psh, you know, everything he did helped.